Show me some photos of the gym you and your manager set up.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my game 24/7.
Something wrong with our training facility?
It doesn't have any candy in the vending machines. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any excuses. You know how it is.
I do. And that work ethic of yours is something we all love about you.
Thank you.
You're gonna fit our culture like a glove.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I feel like this is a perfect place to start my career.
Fantastic. Well, then why don't we talk about our goals for the season then? As a former player, I understand how important it is for an organization to clearly communicate its expectations, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
Our goal this year is to secure at least the 6th seed and avoid the play-in tournament. After that, anything can happen.
Huh?
Something wrong?
I get why you say that. And it's not like I don't remember what happened last season, but I just feel like we should be aiming higher.
Okay, our goal is to win the title in the long run. But my job as GM is to honestly evaluate the roster and make sure that I know what needs to be done to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the roster as it is, it wouldn't be fair to put that kind of championship expectation on you.
What if I take a leap? I know what I can bring to this team. I know that I could push these guys farther than what you guys are saying, just avoiding the play-in.
Then prove it. Nothing would make me happier than to see you have that kind of impact this year. Speaking of, why don't we set your personal goals for the first half of the season? Coach Tucker can walk us through it.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
That's great because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing.
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level, always. And you'll do a little bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
You know what speaks to me, Coach? I want to prove that I'm the top player in my draft class. That feels like the best combination of realistic and aggressive.
That's a tough goal. You've got some extremely gifted players in your class.
And I'm here to prove that I'm the best of them.
Well, it won't happen overnight, but that's what we'll work toward.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. One more thing.
Yep.
We got Media Day coming up.
Oh, I love Media Day. It's always been fun for me as a fan, so this will be cool.
Our PR director, Donna Chase, she's gonna walk you through everything. She's great, you're gonna love her. Brian, anything you want to add?
Just keep working. Yeah, we'll talk more about your spot on the rotation as we get closer to the season opener.
All right. Appreciate your time. Look forward to building something special here.
So do we.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
MP, I'm Donna. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Donna. My manager tells me you're one of the best PR people in pro sports.
Well, I'm not sure Mr. Wells has the requisite experience to make that call, but I'm glad he thinks highly of me. Shall we talk Media Day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this is all pretty standard fare, and I know Mr. Wells signed you up for media training over the summer, so there shouldn't be anything you can't handle.
You can call him Patrick. We're not that formal with each other.
If that's your preference.
It is.
Wonderful. We've also secured you an interview with 2K Tip-Off magazine. If all goes well, you will be the cover athlete for their upcoming issue.
Wow, that sounds fun.
It is important to note that this interview will not be conducted by our in-house content team, which means anything you say can be published, especially if it's sensational or controversial in any way.
It's noted.
I'm gonna be upfront with you, MP. I'm a team employee, first and foremost. And it's my job to make sure this team is seen in the best light possible. You make the team look good, we'll be on great terms. You make the team look bad, and we will have a problem. But I have no reason to doubt your character. By all accounts, you're a responsible, smart, considerate young man. And it's because I respect you that I want to put my cards on the table.
Thank you.
Are we clear?
Crystal clear, Miss Chase.
Please, call me Donna. Now, whenever you're ready, you can take that elevator to the practice facility and start your interview.
I'm telling you, Hunter, best movie I've seen in the past 20 years for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
definitely.
Hey, can I ask you one last question?
Of course, shoot.
So you grew up in Illinois, about a couple hours outside Chicago, right?
Right.
And I know you're too young to have watched Jordan's Bulls in the moment, but I was wondering, how has his legacy affected you as you developed into the player you are today?
MJ's legacy. Man, if you're a hooper from Illinois, that shadow that he casts, it follows you everywhere.
Felt bad, yeah.
Yeah, people, they still talking about looking for the next MJ, like LeBron never happened.
Still, being from Chicago, that's a pretty heavy burden trying to live up to that.
It is, and it isn't. I don't put pressure on myself for results. I put pressure on myself to work. If I put in as much work as possible, I'll live with whatever happens.
So you're not trying to one-up the GOAT.
Oh no, man. I'm trying to learn from him. How he continued to evolve as a player, how he balanced taking over a game and still keeping his teammates involved. Do I think that I have greatness? Of course. But it's not about comparing myself to MJ. It's about maximizing my gifts and my talents and using them in a way that leads to us winning more games. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, winning games. And that's what I hope to do here.
Nicely done. I can see that media training's paying off.
I was just honest, mostly.
But you didn't give them any bulletin board material, okay? It shows maturity and restraint. Look, I get it. Tooting your own horn feels really good when you've earned it the way you have. But you know what? The real pros, they let their game do the talking.
MJ did not hold back on saying bold statements.
But
Come
you're
on.
thinking MJ once he was MJ. He didn't come into the league talking like that. And you know why? Because that sort of thing doesn't fly when your teammates don't know if you can back it up.
Right, that makes sense.
Good.
I hear you, Donna.
All right. Now they're ready to take some photographs, and it sounds like they're considering you for the cover.
Okay, that's what's up. So, you got any advice for me?
Pose in a way that reflects your public persona, okay? You know a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Okay.
Why don't you head over there now? They're all set up for you.
Thank you as always.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And P, huge fan.
What's up, man? How you doing? You
Good.
right?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, this is what we'll be shooting today.
All right. Stand
Yeah.
right here.
Right there. See some of your best poses.
All right, man.
Oh, that's the magic right there. Yep. Hold that. Perfect.
All right.
We got all
bet.
we need.
Cool. Hey, you know when this issue comes out, man?
I don't know the exact date, but follow us on social and it'll be up there first.
All right. I got you, man. Thanks.
All right, Emphy.
Yep.
MP.
Good, MP.
New Orleans gets after it. Going to be a rowdy crowd out there.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right? Of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
Okay. That makes sense.
This team is a meritocracy. You get the minutes you earn. Nothing's given. It doesn't matter what your draft position is or how much you're getting paid. You get it done out there on the court, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
So just so I'm clear, how do you make that decision? Like, will you let me know when I've done enough to become a starter?
Yeah, we've got some milestones we want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Look out there, MP.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Hey, that seemed fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
For right now, let's just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know what, P, man? I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. I'm not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about right here. You and me, you getting ready to play in your first NBA game.
Honestly, no. You know, nothing prepares you for this, man. No matter how many high-pressure situations that you face, this is different, man.
Or what about that open run I got you an invitation to? You know, things got a little heated between you know who, yeah?
Well, yeah, that was dope, but we didn't have 20,000 people watching us, man.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's different.
All right, then.
It's different.
Hey,
it's
hey.
different.
Yeah.
But hey, look, though, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you gotta go win that game.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, so make Plainview proud, yeah?
You already know what it is, P.
You know. Plainview.
Shaking MP.
Just a reminder, folks, to make certain to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot, Pierre the Pelican. We'll be doing the giveaway of a Pierre the Pelican t-shirt.
The wait is finally over. Opening night is upon us. New faces and new places. And MP will be making his debut right here in front of a raucous home crowd on 2K Sports. Well, we can finally say it. The end. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that'll be their fourth outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center. And for the Pelicans, in the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These are the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy...
Here we are. From the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule.
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out. And shake out over the course of a long season.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got MP, Lonzo Ball out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Kevin Huerter, and it's Collins in at the 5 spot. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Olynyk the pass to Hawkins. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's good.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Alvarado finds Olynyk. And the Pelicans miss again.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's MP. Sinks that one from the post. That's 7 points for MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To stop the run, Hawkins shot good. Hawkins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Screen by Jones. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And going against New Orleans, their first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
Yep, it counts.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Buzelis is checked in for Zach Collins. Dosumu comes in for Kevin Huerter. Kobe White is checked in for Ball. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Jones. Outside for Murray. Here's McCollum. And it's MP with the rebound.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Screen by MP. Dosumu. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. On the wing, Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's MP for 3. It's good from long range. MP's got 12 in the game.
Shooting while in rhythm. MP has a good sense for when to take these quick shots.
Now here's Murray. Just 3 on the clock. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Chicago as they wrap up the second quarter with a massive 16-5 run. New Orleans back in a moment.
Hello. Taking a look here at Chicago, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Chicago Bulls. I'm giving... And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one.
Making a switch here. MP's checked in.
MP.
Chicago has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and a miss there on the triple. The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. On the wing, MP. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
New Orleans has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Murray against Giddey. Here's Murray up on top. 7 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Over Giddey. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's MP. It's good again, and the next one, 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Murray surveying the D. McCollum outside. Looking to end the run. Offensive rebound. A shot by Messi, no good. For Chicago, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter. trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Murray outside. There's the pick, and here's McCollum for 3. Beyond the arc. Here's Messi. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Murray with it. He has 7. From past the arc. No good on that one. MP has been leading the charge for the Chicago Bulls. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the...
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. On the court for Chicago to start the 4th. All out there with MP. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Tre Jones. And it's Collins in at the 5 down low. To the right side. Olynyk has the open look. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And Chicago shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Collins, good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 3rd assist on the night. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Alvarado passes to Olynyk. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first one falls. Richard, for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectable, but with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
Phenomenal at realizing when to shoot from that mid-range, and McCollum becoming a master at that mid-range.
Pass to Collins. Back to MP. Wide open shot is on the money. MP's got 14 points here in the 2nd half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the 4th.
It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Carter. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Collins kicks the ball. Huerter passes to MP. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Ball finds Collins. Kicks it out to MP. Connects from three-point range. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Good. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
Outside ball. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
McCollum against Ball. MP with a screen on McCollum. Ball kicks to MP. Hands it from downtown. MP's got 35 in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Smith scanning the floor. Fades back. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's Murray. Misses the layup. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-6 run. Herder passes to MP. And the layup falls. MP's got 42 in the game.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
McCollum outside. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Number 25, Dalen Terry.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
That concludes.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work happens here, behind the scenes, at practice, in the gym, at film sessions, and in the locker room.
I agree. The games are where you prove that you've been putting in the work. No shortcuts.
Yeah, correct. Over here is the entrance to our practice facility, and over there is the gym.
Everything all in one place. That's great.
Yep. We made everything as convenient as possible, so there is no excuse to not put the work in. Now, come here. Right here, we've got everything related to your schedule, including those key games we talked about based on your personal goals.
Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on the t-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
I'm serious too. You become
This is a team game. Everything you do both on and off the court affects our ability to win games. Okay, team chemistry is vitally important to our success, and if you do things that negatively affect that, you hurt the team. A press conference answer that rubs someone the wrong way might mean they look you off when you're open, and now we're taking a contested shot instead of an open one. It's all connected, and it all matters. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Good. Now rest up, rehydrate, and follow the trainer's plan to a T. Proper recovery is just as important as proper training. And you get back to work tomorrow.